Hey, joining us now is Claudia Copquin, and she is an author and a whole lot more. And we're going to be talking to her about her new festival coming up. How are you, my friend?
Good, how are you?
Good. So what is Long Island LitFest?
Long Island LitFest is, believe it or not, Long Island's very first literary festival. It's shocking that we haven't had one before. I don't know why, but we're very excited that it's actually finally happening.
And whose brainchild was it?
Mine.
Ah, bravo, bravo, bravo.
Thank you, thank you.
So tell us about your background as an author.
Well, I'm a journalist here on Long Island. I write very frequently for Newsday, as you know, and I've written several nonfiction books. And a couple of years ago, I got together a group of other writers and who have been touring all over Long Island, New York City, Brooklyn, and we've been reading our nonfiction essays to audiences. And we got such a great response from it. We've always had full houses that this LitFest sort of became an expansion of that idea. And we wanted to have it in one space, invite a lot of people from Long Island to come and just, hear authors that they've otherwise been just seeing on print, for their whole lives. So.
And you have a wonderful venue. Tell us about your venue.
The venue is at Sands Point Preserve, and we're having it at Gould Castle. So we're literally reading in a castle.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You've got some major names attached to this project. Who's going to be there?
We do. We're extremely excited about the authors that we got to participate. Our keynote reader is Dick Cavett, who will be reading from his latest book, Brief Encounters. And this is a compilation of his New York Times columns. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So he's opening up the event. Then we have Arlene Alda, who's reading from her new book about people who've grown up in the Bronx. We have such a plethora of amazing authors. Henry Alford, who's a New York Times columnist. We have Jerry Zesma, who's really well known here on Long Island. He had a column in Newsday, and he has a column in another newspaper. We have Marcia Bialik, who is an old name here that a lot of people recognize. Who else? Julie Clam. Just so many authors. Susan Isaacs, of course,
great.
which is extremely exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I love the one of her most recent book covers that has like the shoes on it. I like her. She's fabulous. She's very, very kind.
She's wonderful.
So she's been on the show before, so I'm looking forward to seeing her again. So
yes, and she's a Sands Point resident. So
that's what I was going to say. Isn't she from that area?
And a jump from Sands Point Preserve. Yes.
Now, when you take on something like this, and it's called Word Up, right? Word Up is presenting it.
Word Up Long Island LitFest.
Okay. When you take on a big project like this and it goes from a dream to reality, what were some of your steps that you had to do? Did you just like call friends and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. What are we going to do?
Yeah, actually I did. I actually called my friends who I've been touring with on a smaller scale, and we went over the idea and we thought, well, is this actually feasible to do? And they've been extremely helpful in advising, and a lot of them are actually in our advisory committee. And I've gotten advice from a lot of people in the industry who know about such things, and it's just been really exciting to do. It's a very fun project. It's extremely rewarding as a journalist, as an author, and as a writer to be able to connect all these amazing successful authors to this event.
So now this LitFest, you said it's the first that you know of in the history of Long Island. So are you hoping that it's going to be an annual event for you?
I do. That's the plan, yes. So this is going to be the first one. We have a great roster of authors. And the idea is to make it an annual event here on Long Island because it's very much needed. We've gotten a great response from people on Facebook, on social media saying, what took so long?
Well, you know what took so long?
What?
It took them for you to just put it into action.
Here I am.
So many times people will have an idea, but they won't put it into action. And I guess that's what I was asking when I said to you, well, what did you do? Because I think when people put ideas into action, that's how things become a reality. And it's so important.
Right.
Bringing a community together like you have. And are you looking for sponsors? Could people sponsor, buy tickets? Like, what's the next step?
Of course. We are definitely still seeking sponsors. We have some great ones on board, including Sands Point Preserve, Book Review, who is our on-site bookseller on the day of the event. They'll be selling books during the breaks, and people will be able to get autographs from their favorite readers that are there. And we also have NYU Langone is our sponsor. Your show is our sponsor, which we're so excited about, and a few others. So absolutely, we would love to have more sponsors help us out. Tickets will be available at the door on the day of the event. They're $20 a ticket, $10 for parking at Sands Point Preserve, and they can come for one session, for 2 sessions, or for 3 sessions throughout the day. It's broken down that way by per 1 hour each session.
And when are you presenting? Are you presenting, or are you just like the mastermind behind it all?
I wasn't going to, but what the heck?
Oh, let me twist your arm. Claudia, you must. You
I am.
must.
I
You
am.
must.
I am going
Okay.
to be reading one of my essays as well. so
Fantastic.
it's
And are you
exciting.
writing anything new?
I'm not sure yet. I'm so busy
Okay.
putting this event together that I hope to have some time to put together a new essay.
Now,
Yeah.
don't writers always write? Like, do you like sleep with like pen and paper next to you? Or?
My iPhone.
Okay, you're right. Oh,
Take
okay.
notes on my iPhone. But yes, ideally, you want to be able to remember things, and often it happens that you forget to write something down, and you think, I'll remember it the next morning, and then, of course, you don't.
And who are three of your favorites? Three people that inspired you to write the written word. Could
Oh,
be
my
growing up, could be
goodness.
anything. Who do you just love?
Oh, Jonathan Franz, and of course Dick Cavett. He's a hero, and he's such a legend. I'm so excited to have him on board. Really all the people that are a part of this event are my heroes, and I wish we had space for 50 others, but we don't.
Well, maybe year two, maybe it'll be a 2-day event instead of a 1 day.
Maybe.
You never know. But
Maybe,
thank you so
maybe.
much for being
Thank
here.
you for having
I've
us, and we hope
admired
to see you
watching
there.
you over the years, your career, from the times you were different publications, and this fits you. This is a perfect project for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congrats on
It's
making
really
it
a
a
joy.
reality.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
You're welcome. Stay tuned for more. We'd like to hear what's happening in your community. Don't miss the LitFest. It's happening here on Long Island. Stay tuned.